Good afternoon, everybody. Today, I want to talk about what is important in understanding the impact of volunteering and kindness to people in our communities. We as humans have the ability to change the world through compassion and volunteering. We find the opportunity to do just that and leave the world a better place if we choose so. So today has utmost importance because today you may find yourself changing someone's life or playing a vital role in making a difference in the world. We all hold the ability to show someone compassion and to choose today, this day, to make a difference. Although we live in an era where we are the most connected more now than ever in history through technology and media and advances, we're also in an era where we are the most disconnected, and many people suffer from mental illnesses such as anxiety or depression. So now more than ever is a time that we need compassion for others and humanitarian work to uplift and build our communities. According to Psychology Today, our communities and our relationships are at its weakest. How, you may ask, with all these technological advances? Due to these advances, there's so many people that are still stuck behind a screen and no longer have that actual face-to-face interaction and find it easier to attack each other, whether it's cyberbullying or commenting, because we no longer have that personal relationship with a face. And this has hurt our personal relationships, our family relationships, and our community relationships. We are failing today because many people are unwilling to help those in need, and we have lost our crucial compassionate interactions face to face with people. So today I implore you to hear, listen, and hold the power to make a difference in your communities and possibly change someone's life forever. So today there's two areas that I want to focus on being able to do this, and that is going to be by volunteering and random acts of kindness. The first thing I want to talk about are the random acts of kindness, and that is going to be like compassion. Random acts of kindness are simple, selfless ways which can take little to no effort at all with the biggest reward of bringing people together. For some, compassion is a way of life, but acts of kindness may elude others. When it comes to time, energy, especially money, many people are there to only look out for themselves, but in reality, kindness is free and it has the biggest return in revenue. It then becomes a beautiful, feel good, changing life kind of a way. So today, acts of kindness we can talk about. That's going to include holding the door open for someone, helping someone pick up items left behind they dropped, or for example, a chain reaction of paying it forward. A key example of this is a restaurant who has a pay it forward system where people can pay for their meals and either pay or put money for the next person's meal so they can save it for a homeless person. So when a homeless person or someone doesn't know who's going to get their next meal can come in and they can actually claim that voucher because it's a pay it forward meal. Now, this is a huge act of kindness, which really doesn't have to cost a lot. It could be $1, $5, and restaurants actually keep this, and they'll keep those vouchers for these people in need who come in. Um, Day-to-day acts of compassion also are included, and that can be smiling at someone, asking workers or even people that you walk past on the street how they're doing today, and actually listening to them and wanting to hear their answer before demanding something from them or demanding help or just brushing them off as actually not being there or existing. Now, these small compassionate acts can make someone's day or even save someone's life. If there's been instances where someone is suicidal or something is weighing heavy on their heart, they're going through something, and these small compassionate acts and moments may make them feel worthy and not think those suicidal thoughts or make their day better or just really give them that heart kindness and warm feeling that they needed because they were struggling. And we should try to have these moments and make them feel that way because it could prevent someone from killing themselves and help people release everything they've been holding in. There's a bunch of positivity in all of these selfless acts, which costs us absolutely nothing. It is all absolutely free, and it's just a basic human need for compassion. Not only does this make a difference for others, but in fact, it helps us as well. When we are stressed out in our day to day and we find ourselves maybe road raging, trying to get to work, or snapping at others around us, when we take that minute and ask ourselves, why? Why do I feel this anger? Why do I? Maybe we can let this person in, because all these kindness is free, and this anger and hostility, it's a high price to pay, and it actually takes a lot more energy out of us to feel those instead of actually choosing to be happy and kind to others, who may already be burdened. So the next time that you see someone with their blinker on, they're trying to move in, maybe slow down and let them in instead of trying to speed up and not let them get ahead of you. They might be running late for a job they critically need, and they might be on the fence of being fired from, or they need to be on their way to pick up their kid that they're late for. These are just small acts of compassion and kindness that can make such a big impact on someone's life that you may never even know. There are also bigger acts of kindness which are possible, such as paying for someone's needs, if there's clothes, shoes, food, people in need. But again, as you can see, it doesn't matter how big or how much you donate or how small your act is. These can turn into big things. It's not about how much you spend. It's about how much you care. Whether you have the money to pay it or not, an act of service, no act of service goes without compassion. Now, whenever people hear the word volunteer or are asked to volunteer, a lot of people cringe. They think the word associated with work. I have to do something. I have to give something. And this keeps people from helping others. Your effort and time spent helping others has a tremendous impact, and often more than you may ever know. Volunteering has so many platforms and can be done in so many forms, whether you have a lot of time to spare or not, whether you have a lot of money or even donations or not, there's some way or somehow that you can give back. So today I provided a list of volunteering places that can utilize your help. And something that a lot of people don't think about is they can do anything that excuse me, anything that can spark your interest, whether you want to volunteer at a Boys and Girls Clubs because you like working with children, or you don't have a lot of time, you do want to just donate stuff. All of those have big impacts all the way across the board. So today, here's some lists of places that can use your help, such as the USO, which is the United Service Organization. It is a military member, which as a military member, I cannot advocate enough for this. This organization helps military services across the U.S. And I remember a time where I was delayed on a flight and I had nowhere for me to go. And going to the USO, they actually had food and cots and stuff for me to stay instead of having to spend more money that I didn't have at the time and waiting for my next flight. I was able to utilize the USO in this airport, which is one of the leading organizations in this country, and it is made up entirely of volunteers and volunteer workers, and it would not be able to function without those. So it's a great organization to volunteer to. Another one's going to be Volunteers of America. It is estimated roughly about 670,000 Americans are homeless, 48 million go hungry every night, and 46 million live below the poverty line. This organization provides meals to those in need, such as the homeless. This program relies on volunteers to pack, bag, pass out food, or even donate food, or people who donate money. So whether you have time or not, or money or not, there's somewhere that you can help out. Another good one is going to be Meals on Wheels. Three of the biggest threats of hunger, is isolation and loss of independence, which are leading cause of death in the elderly. So this organization provides to help approximately 2.5 million meals to senior citizens throughout the U.S., and it relies again on donations and volunteers. Another good one is going to be the ASPCA, which is the American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. This organization helps prevent the cruelty to animals throughout the U.S. by saving animals, cleaning them, housing them, providing food for them, and supplies all across the U.S. in shelters. Another good one is going to be Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. This is one of the largest mentoring network programs across the U.S., which pairs adults and children, and it helps them develop bonds with young people who may lack guidance from good, positive role models. This organization is heavily dependent on volunteers who are willing to mentor young adults and take time to spend with them to lead them in a good direction and help them grow. Which relies heavily on donations to organize events for the program and volunteers. There are so many places that can use volunteer help of any kind, and I understand that between work, school, families, raising kids, it is very difficult for people to commit time and energy or donations of any sort, which people are so quick to brush off, but there's so much that you can do. And however, if you can manage to donate one part or anything or any amount or any time or effort, it's a big difference that's going to make in these organizations to flourish. Even though you may think you may not make a difference, or that one person can't, or that you don't have enough time, energy, or money, I'm here to tell you that you can make a difference. You can make a difference somewhere, no matter how big or how small, it makes a difference, and anything can help. Sometimes it may be discouraging because may not always get what one to say thank you or receive public recognition, or you're not going to get an award, but the mindset here is compassion and to volunteer, and that's what you get in return when you make a difference in people's lives. Like Barack Obama said, while we'll do our best to make it easy to get involved, the service itself won't always be easy. People won't always appreciate what you're trying to do for them. You won't always make the difference you had hoped for. They might just be helping one person. They might just help one corner of the neighborhood, but those are the efforts that matter the most. It's through that struggle, the fact that it's hard, that the difference is made, not just for others, but for yourself. We as humans all deserve compassion, and if we each ask ourselves, who can I serve today, rather than who is going to serve me, then we can build a better world.